I just want to remind you that no matter how much work you do and no matter how many choices you made in the past, that we sometimes make these choices or we just feel like we have no good choice. And that turns into changing the trajectory of your life forever or for a while. And since I've transitioned into surrendering and trusting God with my life, and it's not easy, some days I'm better at it than others, I do trust that I wouldn't put myself back into the situation that changed the trajectory of me as a parent, of me as a woman, and changed the trajectory and the feelings and the mannerisms of my children. And while each had different experiences from that dating experience that I had from like 2015-ish to 2018, I can say that each were impacted with or without realizing. And I was impacted because I had to change as a mom. I was a very loving, very open, very easygoing, like come jump on my bed in the morning, wake me up. Like, I love you guys so much. I had all this love in my soul for my children, and it was beautiful. And honestly, the boy's dad had the same love in his heart and soul, and it was expressed differently in more of a man way, right? But this relationship was not that. This relationship was something completely different, and I have my own opinions on it and what I think about it, but I do need to journal it from perspective of my healing my inner self. And last night in my dreams, this memory of my children came back to me of a time when they used to come in and jump on my bed, and we were so happy, and I loved waking up to that. I loved it because my being knew that I wouldn't always have these little kids jumping around. You know, eventually they're going to go off and they're going to have their own lives, their families, whatever they do. And so I always knew to cherish and be grateful for those moments, and I did. I loved them so much. I loved every minute that I was able to be these kids' moms from younger ages. But through my dreams, I'm starting to have these memories come back of little points in my life, whether it be really young or younger motherhood or even like just last year, right? These moments are coming back and they bring emotions, and these tears are okay. It's me releasing the energies and releasing that moment of that memory, because I sit down and I write it out, and I write how I felt and I write how I feel now, and I apologize and I forgive not only myself, you know, but others that were involved in that. And I pray that my kids find their own healing sooner than later, and that they understand that, yes, that was a turning point in our relationships and in their lives. But we have a choice every day that we wake up to not make those same choices, to not go latch on to people that remind us of that chaos that we're used to latch on to people that give us what we think we deserve, which sometimes is not very loving and kind. Because I was that person, and I taught people that. I taught my kids that in some level without realizing. I want you to remember that you deserve love. It doesn't matter what you've been through. It doesn't matter what your mind tells you. It doesn't matter the lies you're telling you. It doesn't matter how you think of yourself now that you're on all these different medications, or like you're eating unhealthy, whatever it is. I want you to start one day at a time telling yourself every morning that you are beautiful, you are worthy, you are valuable of love. And what love feels like isn't goosebumps and all this like chaos. It's actually a calm. It's a very calm, albeit boring sometimes, feeling of someone who aligns with your morals and values, of someone who wants to be kind to other people, of someone who treats others well and treats you well behind closed doors, someone that you're not afraid to speak up to. You're not afraid to show up as yourself, messy, chaotic, and crazy sometimes. You're not afraid to be that feminine energy, because you know the man you're with, or the person you're with is there to hear you and to understand and to calm your nervous system, not escalate it more. Okay? I know we've been taught these patterns of behavior, and we've learned them. We weren't maliciously taught them. It was just our broken parents. I was broken. I'm still broken, right? I'm still working on healing. We all accidentally teach the next generation these things. And the only way, in my opinion, to work through those things is to wake up every day, no matter how old you are, no matter how old your children are, and to make a commitment to yourself that you're going to change, you're going to forgive yourself, you're going to heal that inner child, so that your older kids notice and recognize that change in you when you're talking to them. And perhaps some of them are like, Mom, I want some of that. What are you doing? And then you can help them through. Because no matter how many choices you have made, no matter how deep you feel you are in a hole, trust me, I have been in many holes. I don't share them because they don't need to have the light of day, right? I share them and go through them in my journal, in my healing sessions with therapists or life coaches, whoever I hire to help me with that, right? And then I come here and I share what I've learned, and I share a little bit of the story, because I know someone else else out there. Perhaps it's my children. They're feeling this dark tug of like, is this all there is? I know I deserve more. How do I get more? Right? You can get more. You can. And I'll keep trying to share tips and ideas, but I do have life coaching programs that we can perhaps connect. Heck, I have a 40-minute free Zoom thing on at cupofhappy.com. You can go on, we can try to talk. I'm not a therapist, so if I feel like you need a therapist, I might tell you to go see a therapist, right? Because I'm not that, right? I'm just a friend. Think of me as a friend who can give you some solid advice and some different perception of your scenario to maybe work through and perhaps recommend that, you find a therapist that's good for you. Okay? But I do know that you are worthy of love and you're worthy of a relationship and a life where you don't have to walk on eggshells. I spent a lot of my life walking on eggshells as a child, right? As a child with expectations from the people around me, and as a woman who started drinking alcohol and dating the wrong people, okay? Eggshells were a huge part of my life, right? And when I had kids, I vowed that wouldn't be the thing I did, and I did it for a period of time. And all I can do now is change the trajectory from today forward and pray and hope that I can forgive myself deeply, and I can forgive others that I allowed into my life, and I can share that forgiveness and love with my children who are older now, and they forgive me and show me the love today for the person I am today, and all of that is in gratitude. Gratitude for another day to be better. I love y'all. Protect yourself. And don't be ashamed of the things you've done and the choices you've made, as long as today you wouldn't do them again. Much love.